Good evening, Trevor. I'll be switching cameras in 1 second, buddy. Good evening and welcome to the Early Prime Deal Show, guys. We got early Prime deals for you, and that's right. We're starting Prime Day off early for you so you guys can actually get those sales going now. Now, we got a bunch of good, crazy deals going on for you with amazing stuff. Now, Trevor, what's up? Good evening, and thanks for hanging out and coming in every show, buddy. We do have Fernando in chat. Fernando, of course, works for Jackery. He will be posting discount codes and, of course, those prices for those products that you're going to see throughout this show. He actually just posted the 1000 V2 or 2000 V2 with that free gift of the E290, which last show, if you guys were here, I learned it was a product. I honestly didn't know about the 290. Hey, I'm always learning. I'm always learning. Now, we also have that 1000 V2 for $399 with, of course, that discount code, normally $799. You're going to have some amazing, amazing deals. Now, for the others on the other channel, I will be posting these in chat for you. And hopefully they don't tag me for posting these because, it has happened before. Now, I'll be posting all of this for you guys as we go. Now, with it, of course, bunch of amazing deals, bunch of great products that what's going to get you through any situation or scenario that you could ever want. Now, I love that idea. Truly, truly do love that idea. A product that will get you through, of course, the timely manners of those beautiful power outages. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. I really do. Because of you guys popping up and hanging out with us in chat all the time, I get to do this. I get to have fun with it. I get to enjoy doing something that I really like doing from home. It's kind of cool. And Fernando, thank you. Yeah, I see we were live. I was just sharing those codes on the other channels that you were posting. I appreciate you doing that. Now, we're going to start this off with the 1000 V2. You guys are going to see something a little different tonight. I have something extra plugged into it during this show. If I pop over to the table, and of course I change that camera angle, you're going to notice that there's actually a round light in the middle of that table. That round LED light is actually running off of the 1000 V2 tonight. So I do have that connected up. I also have my Keystone light connected up to the 1000 V2. Now, 1070 watt hours of power in version 2 of this newer system. I love it. And that's literally all V2 means is version 2. All right, guys? So don't think that it's, hey, that it's code for something. It's not. It's just version 2. They had an original version. They said, hey, that's not good enough for the people. Let's upgrade it. Let's make some new technologies. Let's change the lithium styling of it. And let's give it to the masses. And that's what they did. And they did great by that. Now, we're, of course, going to hiccup first because it's going to be one of those weird days for me. Well, we're going to show you guys that right there. There is the 1000 V2. Now, it's a beautiful little piece of technology right there. And I'm going to move over and I'm going to hit the screen button for you guys. You guys can see that we are pulling approximately 22 to 23 watts of power out of that device for the lighting that I am running today. Normally, we're only pulling 3 watts. And you guys are going to notice that it's telling us about 20 plus hours of runtime left on this system. 1070 watt hours of power. Well, how long will 1070 watt hours of power take to charge? Well, that's actually a decent question, and then we can answer that in a couple ways. First and foremost, standard 2-hour quick charging with Charge Shield 2.0 technology. They designed it to charge in 2 hours or less. 100% charge, you're good to go. With that being said, Charge Shield 2.0 has a little bit of different technology that works with the app. And there is an app that anybody can download. If you guys are Android users or Apple users, they have it on both Play Stores. Don't have to worry about it. You download that app, you install the app, and you guys pair it up to this system. You guys can click what's called emergency charging mode in there. Inside that will allow it to switch over and have a 1-hour charge time. In 1-hour emergency situation, you guys can have this fully charged, up and running, and ready to go, which is amazing. I love that they said, hey, let's do that. And that could come in handy, like, those California wildfires that happened last year. To have something up and charged and ready for you to use is a great idea. For those of you, and of course, Tornado Alley, you guys, it would be great to have something ready for those situations. To have it charged at that quick charge time is amazing. 2-hour standard charge time is already fast. Now, you're going to have a 12-volt 10-amp DC plug, which is like a cigarette lighter adapter plug. You're going to have that digital display that we're showing you guys in the middle with that nice high contrast. You're going to have the flashlight on the side. The flashlight does 3 modes of usage with that light. It's going to go standard light mode, high brightness, or SOS pattern. You have 2 USB-C ports. I have 1 port plugged in right now, and I'm using the 30-watt port. If I took it out and unplugged it, you would see a second port right under that plug, and it's a 100-watt USB-C port. The third port below that is going to be your 18-watt port. An 18-watt port is still a decent enough charge that's going to allow you to charge most of your standard USB-A devices, which is great. From keystone lighting to, of course, your cell phones, to maybe recharging your flashlights, to, of course, plugging in other devices like even cameras. You have the the amount of plugs for that. Then you have the AC outlets, and we have 3 of those. I'm using 1 tonight. You have 2 more. Those are going to allow you to do 1,500 watts of pure sine wave power. So that 20 plus watts that I'm using isn't a lot. We can go up to 1,500 if we want to at clear sine wave, clear pure sine wave. If I really want to, I can go to 3,000. And now 3,000 is going to have a little bit of a roller coaster, but it's not going to damage your electronics with that. If you want to, you guys could also charge it with solar panels. Now, solar panels would be a great option. 2 of those should give you about a 2.5-hour charge time. And that's like the 200-watt solar panel, which can be used on the 1000 V2. Inside this device, you should be able to run multiple products without an issue. From like 16 hours with a Bluetooth speaker, which would be decent. You guys could even do, let's say, 12 hours with a heated blanket. Maybe 10 hours with a standard Starlink. Starlink Mini might be about 29 hours depending on the usage. About 14 laptop charges, 20 drone batteries, or even a rice cooker for a little over 2.5 to almost 3 hours. The usage of this is actually beautiful. And that price point of $399 is where it's at. And I love that you guys can get it for $399. It's, great little issue. Just use that code that we gave you to get it at that price of $399. Because remember, it's normally $799. If you don't have it, it's going to be like $448. But we have that code for you, so you guys can actually use that code. So amazing little options with the 1000 V2. By itself, perfect little option. And I like that. Now, if you want to, though, you guys can get it with, of course, the 200-watt solar panel. Now, that 200-watt solar panel package is going to be approximately $698. Now, at $698, it's a decent price because you're getting a very large solar panel. If you had 2 of those solar panels, guys, 2.5 hours would be your charge time. That's decent with solar charging. Now, remember, normal price tag for that package is like $1,300. $1,300 is, it's, for some, that's a little bit of much. Jackery's like, hey, let's give them a really great deal during this time, 46% off, $698. And most people should be able to reach that price point with 1,070 watt hours of product. So great little options, great little pieces right there. If you need the 1000 V2 by itself or 1000 V2 with solar panel options. Now we are going to be moving over to the 500. I almost got thrown off because I was so used to doing a different one in order that we're going to talk about the opposite side of the table. We're going to move this camera a little bit slower tonight. I don't want things to wig out like last week. This is the 500. Now, this is the Jackery Explorer 500. It's an original housing and an original design product. Now, with that being said, it's only 13 pounds. So 13 pounds is very portable, very accessible, and easily to be carried from place to place. Whether you guys are taking it camping to use it to light up your camping lanterns, or even taking it to camp to maybe hook up to flat screen TV, Bluetooth speaker, charge your cell phones. It can do all of that with 518 watt hours of power, but being able to be portable with that weight limit. And I love that idea. Now, there is a built in flashlight on the side, which is a little bit hard for you guys to see tonight. But if I kind of turn it, I can turn it on for you. You guys can see it come on, and I'm going to turn it back off. On this one, it's got a different colored display, but it still has a display. That display is going to allow you to see the battery charge, 75%. That's where I have it charged right now. Probably should charge it, let's be honest. But you guys are going to have multiple ports of usability. First and foremost, you're going to have a 5.5 hour charge time on a wall plug. And that wall plug is going to use the DC 7909 plug. Now, the 7909 plug is a decent plug. It's just a different style of plugging than like the newer ones use. If you want to use a cigarette car lighter, guys, it's going to be approximately 5.5 hour charge time. So you have the charge time variations with that. Now, on this device, you also have 3 DC output ports. First is that 12 volt 10 amp plug, which is standard on most of their devices. Second is going to be those 6.2 millimeter adapter plugs. Again, kind of like the 7909 plug, it's going to be a different styling of plug for those of you that need that. Next to those plugs are the 3 USB-A ports. And if I bring you guys in a little bit closer, you guys can see the 3 USB-A ports. 5 volt 2.4 amp plugs, standard USB-A ports. Pretty much any device that uses USB-A can charge through that. Even if you have a USB-A to USB-C, that device should be able to charge through it. It just may take a little bit different of charging periods with this. With it, you're going to have that 3-prong American outlet. Now, that outlet is widely used in a lot of different places. You guys can get adapters if you need to. And I do believe that Jackery makes other versions of these plugs for a couple other countries. So there may be variations of these systems out there. With that 3-prong plug, you're going to have 500 watts of pure sine wave power. That should be able to run a lot of different devices without an issue. If you need to, though, you guys can actually peak at 1,000 to go up and above to use products that normally wouldn't be plugged into this. Now, what would those products be? Window AC, like your, let's say 9,000 BTU window AC, a 6,000 BTU window AC, could probably technically plug into this. Now, if you guys wanted to, you guys could plug a flat screen TV in for about 7 hours. You guys could do the 9 hours with a mini cooler, maybe 30 hours with a laptop. Approximately 8 hours with a water pump or air pump. That's going to be like your standard single piston pumps, all right? 50 minutes with a blender. So let's say it's summer, and it's definitely summer. It's hot, right? Backyard barbecues, making daiquiris for everybody. 50 minutes with the blender runtime. That should make enough daiquiri mixes for the party without a problem. 4 hours with the heated blanket during winter. I mean, that should get a chill off of you if you need to. Or, 9 hours with mini cooler. You guys, wide range of usages with this. Now, I've done decorations. I even had my Xbox plugged into this. I had other variations of objects plugged into the 500. For $298, it is an amazing price point. Normally, it's a $500 price tag. Now, $298 is definitely worth checking out. I love that idea for this. Now, with it, you guys can also say, hey, let's get the other package, and let's get the 500 with the 100-watt solar panel. Now, to get that package deal, it's normally $800. It's going to be $468. Now, that's going to come with, if I bounce this over, that's going to come with this solar panel. So you guys can get the 500 with this solar panel right there. And that's a great, great idea. To have this idea to come with that product, I love it. So 500 by itself or 500 with the solar panel, you're going to have 518 watt hours of power no matter what with this package, but you can also charge it with the solar panel. Now, remember, solar charging with this is going to take you a little over, I think it's like 7 hours, about 7.5 hours with this package. So, great little idea, great little options for you. Any questions about the last two products? Definitely ask. Now, since we're on this camera angle, we're going to start off with the 300. And we're going to start off with the 300 plus, and I'm going to make sure I grab the right product today. This is the 300 plus. Now, the 300 plus is an amazing little system that's been revamped from the original version, and there is an original version. Now, no matter what version you get, you'll be very happy with it. Now, 288 watt hours of power that can be fully charged in under an hour and a half. Under an hour and a half, you guys have this charged. You have a handle that's going to allow you to carry it around without a problem. This is 8.2 pounds. Now, 8.2 pounds is very lightweight, very capable of being carried in a lot of different situations. Now, it uses the 3-prong wall plug to charge at that hour and a half charge time. With it, you have the single AC outlet that does 300 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 600. You have the flashlight that does dual modes, SOS or standard light brightness, display that lights up and does beautifully well, and the 12 volt 10 amp cigarette plug that you guys can actually use to connect into, let's say, an air mattress, the old school plugs, or extra USB-A or USB-C ports. Below that is a 15 watt USB-A port and a 15 watt USB-C port. But beside that is a 100 watt bi-directional USB-C. Now that 100 watt bi-directional USB-C is an amazing little plug because it can charge inwards and outwards with that. Now charging times will vary, like I said, under an hour and a half on a wall plug. If you want to use the USB-C port by itself, about 3 hours of charge time. For the others that want to use the cigarette car adapter in your car while traveling, 4.25 hours is going to be your variation with this. Now, it's a great little object. It can allow you to run your house fan for about 4.5 hours, maybe 5 drone batteries, 3 laptop charges, maybe 13 cell phone charges if you wanted to. 14 hours with the mini Wi-Fi router if you need to get that router or modem going. Now, 12 battery charges like for your cameras, 4.5 hours with your flat screen TV, maybe 4 hours with the heated blanket, 7 hours with the pet pad. You guys can do a light bulb in this, and it will allow you to run it. It's the portability of the 300 plus. And the 300 plus is coming in a smoking deal. Let's just go there. $199, guys, is what this product is today. $199. If you want to get the 300 plus, guys, with the 100 watt solar panel, you guys can do that as a package deal as well. Now, this is going to be that system and this panel. This is going to be a beautiful package deal. Now, $398 will be the price tag for the 300 plus and the 100 watt panel. So if that's your variation, that's the one to go with. Always go with the package deal. I mean, package deals are great. If you already have solar panels, guys, then get the system by itself. We understand. Now, there's another variation of a package deal in the 300 plus range. And this is my favorite. I kind of like the package deal of these three. Because it's such a lightweight package. This is 11 pounds. At 11 pounds, you guys have the perfect solar panel kit for camping. You guys, this will work great for that. Hiking up in the woods, maybe doing a photography show in areas that you can't normally take a bigger one with. 11 pounds of weight. 8 pounds, 2.25 pounds, plus all the cabling. 11 pounds of weight. Mini 40 solar panel, guys. This Mini 40 solar panel will allow you to charge this 300 plus in about 7.5 hours. This is fully waterproof, water resistant. It's the size of a 3-ring binder. With the 300 plus, it is an amazing package deal to be had by all. That panel is phenomenal, guys. So this is a great, great panel right here. Look at the size of it. It actually folds out really, really well. So any questions about the 300 plus, guys, just ask. We are here to answer. All right, we're going to move over to a kit that I didn't even know existed up till the show the other day. And that is going to be the 1000 plus with the dual mini 100 watt panels. And the cool part is I actually have a 100 watt panel coming. So I will be able to show you guys the mini panel at some point in the next week or so, hopefully. Now, with that, we're going to jump over here. We're going to jump onto the table, and we're going to move over to that station right there. And you guys are going to see there's a battery connected to the top. We're just talking about the station and, of course, the solar panels. This is the 1,000 plus package deal. The 1,000 plus package deal is normally a $1,500 price tag. It's 27% off. You guys can get it for $1,099. Now, in this package deal, you're going to get 1,264 watt hours of power and two 100 watt mini solar panels that fold up and can be carried pretty much anywhere. It's a great deal to be had with this. Now, 1,264 watt hours of power, over 1,000 watts, in less than 39 pounds. Now, this system weighs approximately 39 pounds by itself. Now, on this, you're going to have that same display. Now, that display isn't a beautiful, amazing display. You're going to have the 3 lighting modes: standard light, high brightness, and SOS pattern. You're going to have that 12 volt 10 amp DC plug. Where it varies than a couple of the others is it's got 2 USB-A ports that do 18 watts max charging capability. It's got 2 USB-C ports that do 100 watts max charging capability. Next to it are 3 American Standard AC plugs. Those plugs are going to do 2,000 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 4,000 for you. So the 1,000 plus is going to allow you to connect up a lot of different styles of products to it. But what will it take to charge said device? Under 2 hours, standard charging on a wall plug. This is like one of the originals that had that quick charge end system, which was great. Under 2 hours. If you had, let's say, 4 of those 100 watt panels, it's coming with 2 of those. If you had 4.5 hours would be your charge time. That's a decent charge time with 4 of those panels. When fully charged, you guys will have a versatile connection. You guys can do, of course, app control, real-time monitoring through the app, customizable settings. And then you guys can start running different devices, from a mini fridge to your standard fridge, to your weed eaters, to your weed whackers, to your kitchen stove if you wanted to. You guys could do, let's say, 2 hours with a blower, 5 hours with a drill, maybe an hour with 1150 watt window AC approximately, 9 hours with, of course, a projector. Or if you guys want to do like a rice cooker, you guys could do a rice cooker. Rice cooker should give you over 3.25 hours with this. The variation of course, refrigerator, if you're using the 520 watt refrigerator, maybe up to about 2 hours. Okay, that's what I'm going to say. Maybe. Microwave, about an hour. Heater, like 2,000 watt heater, that's going to be like your bigger heaters. 30 minutes or so. 88 minutes or less with a weed whacker. I'm going to say, hey, why not check it out? It's a great deal. And then, of course, if you really need to, guys, there are expandable batteries for the 1,000 plus out there. So you have the options of having batteries connected up to the system. And you can have up to 3 of them. When you have 3 of them, it's over 5 kilowatts of power. It's an amazing little system to be had. So 1,000 plus for $1,099, and it comes with those beautiful newer mini 100 watt panels. I love that they created that. Now, the 1,000 V2 that we showed you guys, if you buy that for that discounted price for $399, there's an option of a free gift. And that free gift is actually a really amazing little free gift that you guys could get. That's kind of a really kind of cool thing out there, that they have that free gift. Now, that free gift is the E290. Now, the second product that has that option is what we're about to talk about, I should say, and talk to if we want to talk to it, because it is beautifully well done. This is going to be the 2000 V2. Now, the 2000 V2, we can actually kind of show you guys the flashlight app control. If I go over and pull up the Jackery app, which I'm going to grab my phone and do right now, we're going to grab it, and then we're going to turn on low light settings. There's the flashlight by app control. If I want to go brighter, we can do that as well. If I want to say SOS and get that signal out there, we can even do that. Let's say we want to connect over and shut or turn on the screen. We hit it by the app and it turns on the screen. Now remember, the app is of course Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectable to your devices. If you are in an area that there is no Wi-Fi signal, it will pair up through Bluetooth. And I love that idea. Now with it, you're going to have 2,042 watt hours of power in less than 40 pounds. It's 39 pounds, guys. Now 2,042 watt hours of power that can be fully charged in 2 hours. 2 hours standard fast charging. You're up, you're ready to go in 2 hours. You're getting on a road trip, you're ready to head to camp. Maybe you guys just need it out in the shop. Maybe you need it out in the backyard for a party, for maybe a movie night. 2 hours, you're charged, you're good to go. Or if you have to and there's an emergency situation you know that's about to come, switch it over in the app, 1 hour charging with emergency charge rate. With it, you got the 3 USB ports, 2 USB-Cs, 1 USB-A, 30 watt, 100 watt, and 18 watt connectability of charging through those ports. You're going to have that 12 volt 10 amp DC plug. You're going to have 3 AC outlets. Now these 3 AC outlets are going to do 2200 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 4400. So should be able to connect up and control most of those devices that some of the other stations may not be able to handle because it's got a little bit more kick to it, right? Now this of course is the first device made with what's called CTB or cell to body technology. What is that? It's literally like what you think. If you guys are looking at it inside of a beehive, it's a cell form. Now that cell form is going to allow them to shrink the size of the system. It's going to allow, of course, quicker build times and quicker turnaround times. Now, because of that, you guys have the lithium batteries in a better positioning, which means no shear points, no swelling, and all of those other pieces with this. If you purchase this, like I said, you guys have the optional gift of the E290. Now, it is limited to 500 pieces. Once they are gone, that gift is gone. Now, with that quick charge time, the other capabilities, and of course, wanting to run it as you need, what could you run off of it? Let's say a 200 watt desktop PC for 12 hours. You could also do 2.5 hours with like a shop vac, maybe a coffee maker for 2.25 hours, maybe an electric grill for about 2 hours. You guys could do, of course, a tree trimmer. You could do portable ovens. You guys could do, of course, heated blankets. The ideas are endless with this. The variations of what you plug in is up to you guys. Now, like a 50 watt laptop, like your MacBooks, your Chromebooks, right? Those are about, of course, 50 watts. 34 hours of runtime off of this device. Let's say maybe you have a 100 watt mini fridge, about 17 hours of runtime with this. In a 39 pound package. At 39 pounds, you should be able to still carry this, move from motorhome to house, maybe motorhome to garage, maybe car to camping site. You pick and choose, and it will do well for you guys. And you have the amazing, amazing charge times. Now, $849 is that price tag, but use the discount code that we have for you guys and get it for $799. So $799, guys, is a great deal to be had for that one, and of course the perfect deal. If you don't want it by itself, there's an option, guys. They have the 2000 V2 with the 200 watt solar panel package. Comes with 2 of these. Normally it's like a $2,500 price tag. You're getting it for $13.99. That's right, $13.99. $13.99 is a crazy, crazy, crazy deal. I love that option. And of course, because it's over a certain price point, you guys have options out there with, you guys, 2000 V2. The option of the gift, I believe, still stands with this one. So, great little ideas on hand with it. So, charging time with 2 of these panels, I believe it's like 5 hours with a single panel. 2 of these panels are at 2.5 hours or so. So, it's a great, great idea. Love it. If you want to move up in size, we can do that as well. We can actually show you guys the back table. And the back table's got a couple very large panels. Now what I'm going to do is shrink my camera slightly so you guys can see those stations. Now we have two identical looking stations. One's the 2000 plus, one's the 3000 Pro. And we're talking about the 3000 Pro. Now the 3000 Pro is a 64-pound power station. This is a package deal though. It's a $2,000 price tag. It is 50% off tonight. 50% off. Crazy deal. Now with it, you guys are going to have more connectability, more usability off of this. You're going to have more ports. So you have, of course, 5 AC outlets. 4 of those are your standard 3-prong, and then you have that NEMA style plug. Now they do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 6,000 if you really need to. The NEMA plug is a dual directional port, so you guys can actually connect it up to what they call is a manual transfer station. That manual transfer station will hook up to your house and you can run circuits, which is great. You have the 12-volt 10-amp plug hidden behind, of course, a panel, 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts and 2 USB-C ports at 100 watts. Now, this device, of course, has 2 large 3-inch wheels and a telescopic handle, so you guys can roll around the 3000 Pro on pretty much most or any surface that is out there. I like that idea. Your options of running it, though, or charging it, are, of course, 2.5 hours on wall plug charging, 3.5 hours with 6 of the 200-watt panels. Now, it comes with 2 of these 200-watt panels. What's the best value package? Shayla, do you mean like the best value as in like a cheaper price wise, or the most versatile package that we are offering you? Because if I'm going to go with the versatile package, I'm going to say like the 2000 plus kit. There's a 4000 plus kit that uses the 2000 plus. It's going to come with a battery, the station, and 2 of the solar panels all in a package deal, which is a great idea. And I love that idea to have everything around you included in a kit. My favorite station, they don't make no more, unfortunately. They're creating new stuff all the time. But you could also get like the most versatile is going to be that one right there. This is the most versatile. Now, it is a larger system. Now, that just means it's going to take a little bit more to move it around. It's got, of course, 4 AC outlets on the front. It's got 2 on the side. It's got 2 USB-A ports, 2 USB-C ports, and, of course, the screens plus the 12-volt 10-amp. Now, this can actually charge in 4 different directions. Large solar panels, smaller solar panels. It can do wall plug, or it can use a smart transfer station. This is geared towards running your whole home, your homestead, or just any emergency out there that could happen. So that's going to be like the 500X. It may cost you a little bit more, but very, very versatile in what it can do. Now with the 3000 Pro, guys, you have 3024 watt hours of power in this device. 2.5 hour charge time on a wall plug, 3.5 hours on solar panels. That's not a bad charge time with this, and still very portable. It can be taken in a lot of places. Because of the connectability, what could you run with it? And the running of devices are going to be varied. Like, say, if you guys have a welding machine out in your garage, or you guys go 4-wheeling and you need to weld something, this can run that MIG or TIG welder for approximately an hour and 10 minutes, which is crazy to think that you can run 5,800 watts off of this device for that long. And it has the variations of it. This could run, let's say, 1150 watt window AC for 3 hours. It could do a 60 watt flat screen TV for 36 hours, 520 watt refrigerator for 5 hours or variations. You guys could do movie projector night out back, about 20 plus hours. What? Yeah, 20 plus hours with the movie projector. 101 cell phone charges. And you guys can connect it up. It's like $19.99 tonight, which is like 50% off, and it's a package deal. It's not just the system; it's that and 2 very, very large solar panels. So, great little deal right there. Now, remember though, let me check. Do we have that? No, I don't see that anymore. All right, yeah. So Very versatile. There are a lot of different systems that are definitely out there with the versatile. I like the modular stuff because you can add extra batteries personally. Like the 5,000 plus can have extra batteries. The 2,000 plus or the 4,000 kit can have extra batteries. And you guys can add like five batteries total to the 5,000 plus or the 2,000 plus. So having a lot more power with those. I apologize. I had to sneeze. Now, we're going to go into a handheld system. What do I call handheld? Well, it's one of those ones that I can actually pick up with my foot, which is funny, but we're going to grab it by hand afterwards. This is a 7 pound system. At 7 pounds, it is very lightweight, very portable, and easily taken pretty much anywhere. From the camping site to the hiking trip to, of course, your kids' college dorm if they need just a power system. At 7 pounds, anybody should be able to take the 293 watt hours of power on the go. I mean, if you guys need to use it as a workout weight, 7 pound curls, hey, go ahead and do so. I missed that. I'm in, so I need something mid-range price. It's going to vary. So like mid-range price, if you're wanting, we can kind of go into this. If you are wanting a versatile piece that can add extra stuff later, the 2000 plus will probably be my, or the 2000 plus kit would be my option for you because you can add up to five batteries. The 5000 plus is going to run your whole home and it's going to run it a lot better, but it is definitely a higher price point with that. The 4000 kit we will be talking about in a few. With that, we'll be going full in depth with it. It's a nice system. Honestly, you can see it right there. It's a 4000 kit, comes with the battery, the station, two solar panels. If that is out of your price point, I'm going to tell you, go with like the 2000 V2. The 2000 V2 is in the middle here. It is actually at a great price point, $799 with our discount code tonight, I believe it is. And with that price point, you get the same amount of power as the 2000 Plus by itself, but in a little bit smaller of a package that's more portable. It just doesn't allow for the extra batteries. And it does have a free gift tonight, I think up to 500 pieces. So if you buy the 2000 V2, it comes with the free E290 piece with that. Now back to this little bad boy right here, guys. This is going to, of course, have two AC outlets that do 300 watts of sine wave, 500 peak. It's got that little 12 volt 10 amp DC plug. It's got the display. It's got two USB-A ports and one USB-C port. The USB-C port on this is a bi-directional port that does 60 watts either direction. Plus the DC input port. That's your 7909 plug. It's going to use the wall plug. It's going to use your cigarette lighter adapter plug or your solar panel connections. That's how you're going to charge that through this. Now, this is a 3.5 hour charge time with this. 3.5 hours may seem like a lot, but it's not really when you're thinking about the styling. If you need a quicker charge, plug the USB-C port and the wall plug together, and you guys can have it charged in 2 hours. Cigarette car lighter, 3.5 hour charge time. With it, versatility. You guys could do 6 drone batteries, maybe 15 DSLR batteries. You guys could do 40 hours with the Nintendo Switch. You guys could do approximately 4.5 to 5 hours with the CPAP machine or so if you needed to. This is a great little option by itself. At $169, it is a great piece. But you guys can get the E300 for $159 tonight with the discount code that we have for you, which was in chat. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but we'll post that right here. Starting to sneeze. By itself, it's a great option that could run quite a bit of stuff. But we have it as a package deal as well. You guys can get this with the 100 watt solar panel. Now, that 100 watt solar panel is a bi-directional panel. That 100 watt panel is going to come in at like $298 with this piece. So you guys can get the 300 with, of course, the 100 watt solar panel. Now, this is not folded out. We will show you guys this later, completely folded out. Do know that this panel is quite long. And the length of this is going to do well in bi-directional charging. So this is going to be the 300 plus package deal with that. But yeah, like this is an amazing piece. This is a perfect little option for the package, like quicker usages, smaller emergencies. I just want to be able to take it on the go because, I mean, literally anybody should be able to carry this. Little kids can carry it around. I had the neighbor kid holding it at one point the other day. And I can tell you guys, drop protection works on these up to about 50 plus inches or if so. So you guys drop it, it's going to not hurt it too bad. If you need, though, we also have the 240 V2, which is a version 2 of the 240. Now, I have the original 240, but I also have the 240 V2. This is going to be 256 watt hours of power and an 8.2 pound package. 8.2 pounds. Now, $189 is going to be the price tag for this device. Again, you have a flashlight on this. It's going to do single light brightness or SOS pattern. The display, full app control, or a 12 volt 10 amp DC plug. Below that is a 15 watt USB-A port, a 15 watt USB-C port, and a 100 watt USB-C port that are all individually switched. 3-prong AC outlet that does 300 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 600 if you guys need to. Handle control carryable. Silicone pads on the bottom as well as the handle. 3-prong wall plug that can have you guys fully charged in under 2 hours with the Charge Shield 2.0. In emergency charge mode, you guys can actually have it charged in 1 hour time. With it, you guys can run, let's say, your 14 to 15 watt Wi-Fi router for about 14 to 15 hours. You guys could do the mini fridge for about 4 hours. You guys could do, of course, that TV for about 4 hours. See where I'm going with this? It's the portability of this one because it is such lightweight. It fits and goes on anything. Cool part is this would be a great gift for the college student if you're worried about them not being able to contact you in power outages. This would allow them to charge it. At $189, it is a phenomenal price point tonight, but you guys can get it with, of course, the Mini 40 solar panel. Now, if you guys want it for that price right here, and you guys can get it with the Mini 40 solar panel for $248. $248 you guys are having an 11-pound package. 11 pounds. That can be fully charged and up and running in about 7.5 hours. So 7.5 hour charge time with waterproof and, of course, capable solar panel. If you don't want that one, you guys can get it. Of course, there's an option out there, I think, with the 100 watt panel too. So 240, great little idea with that, an amazing option. Now, we showed you guys the 3000 plus. Now, or the 3000 Pro. The 3000 Pro we showed you guys as a package deal. It came with 2 solar panels and, of course, that beautiful station for like $17.99. If you want the station alone and you don't want the option of solar panels, we can get you guys the station by itself. Of course, if we hit the table, we can get you that for $16.99. That's a 32% savings. Now, with that being said, I'd spend the extra $100 and I would get it with those 2 200 watt panels. And it's a great idea that you guys can get it for that and those 2 pieces with those 2 panels for that price. Very, very great idea with that, of course, and hey, enjoy it. Now, we're going to talk about the brother next door. And we were just talking to Shayla about this. This is the 2000 Plus. Now, we're going to show you guys the first package deal with the 2000 Plus. The 2000 Plus and the 2 200 watt solar panels. Now, it's $1,899. For $1,899, you're getting the station and those 2 200 watt panels. When we zoom in, you guys can actually see the system right here. It's got 5 AC outlets. It's got 2 USB-A ports, 2 USB-C ports, 12 volt 10 amp plug that's hidden behind a cover, and of course that display. Now, the 5 AC outlets will do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave, but can peak at 6,000. 2 USB-C ports are 100 watt ports. 2 USB-A ports are 18 watt ports. All of this is 2,042 watt hours of power in this battery package. With that, you guys can have it fully charged on a wall plug for in 2 hours. So your standard charging will be a 2 hour charge time. If you want to charge it on a cigarette car lighter in your car or RV or motorhome, about 25 hours is what it's going to take to charge that way. It has 2 solar panels in this kit for the $18.99 price tag, normally $3,300. If you had 6 of those panels, 2 hours is your charge time. If you had, let's say, 6 of the 100-watt panels, you see where I'm going with this. It's going to take a little bit longer to charge. Now, with it, you have the 4 standard three-prong AC outlets that are going to do 3,000 watts, but you also have that NEMA plug with it as an option. Now, this could run your MIG or TIG welder for about a half an hour of time. It can run, of course, a lot more than that. Your 1,200 watt PC for about, your 200 watt PC for about 12 hours. It can run a CPAP machine anywhere from 100 to 150 hours. It can run your 520 watt refrigerator for a little over 3 hours without having solar charging capability being connected. Now, if you want to do, let's say, 1150 watt window AC, about 2 hours is your runtime. You guys could do the 800 watt oven, of course, for about an hour or two, right? You guys could do 14 hours with a 100 watt movie projector. Maybe you want to do water pump for 20 hours. You guys could also do 60 cell phone charges, 45 drone batteries. The versatility of this one is actually very, very well done. Now remember, a package deal, it comes with, of course, 2 of those solar panels for $18.99. Now I'm going to tell you though, get it as a kit. Get the 4,000 kit. Now the 4,000 kit is going to be the station, the battery you sitting above it, and that beautiful dual solar panels. This is a $2,500 price point tonight. It's 50% off. So you guys are getting a $5,000 package deal for $2,500. Because it's $2,500, you guys can use that 7% discount code and save yourself 7% more off. Now, by adding the battery, you just doubled your battery capacity to 4,085 watts. 4,085 watts, which means you doubled your runtime on everything you want to connect up to it. The station alone can have 6 solar panels connected to it. The battery can also have 6 solar panels connected to it. You can add up to 5 batteries with the 2,000 plus system. I will have Fernando click the 4,000 kit. So when he has a chance, he'll click the 4,000 kit so you guys can see it in the carousel. With this kit, you can do so much. I mean, with the 5 batteries, it's over 12 kilowatts of power. At 12 kilowatts of power, you should be able to run your home for at least a day or 2 or more with most of your standard appliances. That's like your TV, maybe your bed, maybe, lighting and stuff. It's not your central AC, all right? Again, like the 3000, you guys can connect it up to the manual transfer station, which means it can connect up to your electric circuit breaker box on your wall, and it can run circuits, which is great. Charge time's phenomenal. Great little piece. Runs silent. It's 30 decibels of noise. The 4,000 kit, I'm always going to gear you guys, get the kit. This is probably your bang for your buck system. So, any questions about the 2,000 plus or 4,000 kit, go ahead and ask. Now, we were also talking about the 5,000 system, and we're going to change cameras. We're going to come over here. This is the 5,000, and I'm going to back up slightly with this camera. If I can get the camera to, let's see. Hold on, guys. Let's see. Let's get that camera going. Let's back it up. Now, you guys are going to see how big this is. Now, if I stand up, you're going to notice that it comes up to my knee height. Cool thing about this is it's got a handle. The handle comes up and will latch in place. You guys can tip it over and roll it without an issue. I'm moving 132 pounds with ease. Jackery did well with this system by leveraging the handle so you guys can actually move it. Now there are orange handles on the side that if you guys have to lift it up, you guys can do that from this. Now with that being said, on the front, you're going to have multiple ports of connections, a large display, 12-volt 10-amp plug, and of course more AC outlets. When I bring you guys in closer, you're going to see the two USB-C ports. Those are 100-watt ports. Two USB-A ports at, of course, 18 watts of connectability. The four AC outlets that do 7,200 watts of sine wave. Now, if you need to, they can go over the 7,200 watts. I'm just going to say that now. Now, we are going to back up a little bit because the versatility of this does not end just there. When I flip it over, hopefully you guys can kind of see this. You have a 14-30 NEMA plug. That 14-30 NEMA plug is a dual voltage piece, 120, 240 volt. You have a 14-50, 120, 240 volt. Central ACs can be plugged into this. Your actual heaters or house dryers can plug into these NEMA style plugs. Above that is going to be your AC expansion port. This AC expansion port is going to be for your smart transfer station, and they make one. That can connect up to your electric circuit breaker box, and that means you guys are running 12 to 13 circuits off of that smart transfer station through this system. That also means you guys can charge off of your electric power grid at 4,000 watts of power. Yeah, the smart transfer plug is an extra piece. It's a separate piece. It is definitely worth getting. You will have to have an electrician wire it up to your house, but it will allow you to, of course, set that up, run it, and connect it with that. The cool part about that is it's also a smart app controlled. So with the app, it'll allow you to turn on circuits as you want to turn on circuits. So if you, let's say you only want to have the living room circuit on, the app will allow you to do that. It'll allow you to switch on those circuits or off those circuits, which is great. It will also allow you to track solar charging. It'll allow you to track, of course, wall charging. It'll allow you to track input and output, so consumption and generation. So whatever you're generating, it will tell you what you're generating. Whatever you're consuming, it'll tell you what you're consuming. It will also allow you to set up smart times. And now the smart times I'll go into in a second, but with the smart times, it kind of allows you to only charge off of the wall plugging during your lower charged hours. So let's say your electric company charges you more during peak hours. So most peak hours are like really early morning, from like let's say 6 o'clock in the morning to like 10 in the morning, or from like 3 o'clock to let's say 8 o'clock at night. Electric companies charge you more for that power because more people are online doing it. This thing knows that you can set it up to only charge on non-peak hours, which is cool. Now, with the 4,000 watts of charging through the AC plug, through the smart transfer station, it's under 2 hours for 5,040 watt hours of power. But that's not the only way you guys can actually do this. On the opposite side, and I'm going to bring the camera down here. We're going to bring you guys in a little bit closer. And we're going to start off the bottom. You have a DC plug. The DC plug is for extending or adding extra batteries, and up to 5 batteries. Your 3-prong wall plug, so if you guys just want to do wall charging, 1,800 watts of charging capability, 3.5 hour charge time with that. Under this panel, and I'm going to pop the panel off. Normally, we don't do that, but I do for these shows. Right here is an 80-20 adapter plug. This is for your like your Jackery Explorer 500 panel, the 200 panels. Low power solar array. 1,200 watts of charging. That is a 5-hour charge time. Right here, though, they added something special. This is, of course, your high power solar arrays. This is going to be for those of you that have the large 4,000 to 5,000 watt panels on the roof of your house. The ones with them out in the backyard. You guys can connect up to that and charge at 4,000 watts. Again, under 2 hours of charge time. To do that, you'll literally flip the switch and you'll activate those plugs. Now remember, you guys can also do dual charging. So if you guys want to do wall plug and solar panel together, it can actually do that as well. Now, with the versatility of this system, it's phenomenal. The price point's about $3,500 today. Normally, it's $4,300. At $4,300, it's definitely worth getting. But at $3,500, it's definitely amazing worth getting. And remember, we have that 7% discount code. And I will have Fernando drop that discount code in chat for you guys so you guys can actually see this. Now, this does something that some of these others don't do. First and foremost, it has the standard 20 milliseconds of UPS or EPS, emergency power supply system. So when your power goes out, it kicks over in under 20 milliseconds. If you have it connected up and you use the smart switch, or you guys turn it on inside the app, 0 milliseconds of switchover. So for those of you that have data centers at home, servers, medical equipment, you're worried about your refrigerator, it will automatically keep running. There's no switchover. It just stays running with this. With it, again, it uses, of course, Charge Shield 2.0. It has cell-to-body technology, and it is going to do a few other things, ranging from, and we're going to go here. You guys can actually run your flat screen TV for about 2 hours off of this device by itself. You could do your house dryer for 3 hours, your central AC for 2 hours, your 1150 watt window AC for 4.5 hours. That's the cool part. By adding extra batteries, and you guys can add 5 batteries to this, it's going to give you guys 30 kilowatts of power. Now, 30 kilowatts of power should be able to run most of your home appliances for at least 7 days. Now, you can connect up a second 5000 plus to this. It will allow you to link it. Or if you guys have the smart transfer station, which is a very cool little box, you guys can connect up to that as well and then have 10 batteries. By having 10 batteries, you'll have 60 kilowatts of power. That's 15 days of runtime without having the solar charge connection. You see where I'm going here. Now, here's where it gets kind of cool. And the Smart Transfer box is a phenomenal box. And I will show you guys that box in a second if I can pull it up. Let's see if I can find this plug. Let's see, do I have it? Do I have it? Smart Transfer Station. So the Smart Transfer Station is going to, can the Smart Switch transfer plug? No. So that does not work with this one. It was created a little bit different because of the plugs that use it. So this is your Smart Transfer Station. This is the square plug that runs off of the 5000. And it will link to this front panel with that. And then it will connect up to, of course, that as you go. And that's where you can do it. Now, with the Smart Transfer Station, it will allow you to even unplug the system or pause the system. And then you guys can take the 5000 with you on the go. So you have that option of traveling with this system. It's not permanently connected up to your home like you would think. You guys can disconnect it, take it on the go, and then bring it back and connect it to your house, which is cool. Now, another cool idea, because it has the 14-50 and 14-30, most of your RVs or your toy haulers have that plug. And you guys can run those through that plug, and that means you guys can power your RV or motorhome through this system off of those 14-30 and 14-50 plug. I love that they added those NEMA plugs to this. By itself, $3,500, it is a great price point. If you want to, though, you guys can get it with the 500X solar panel. That's one of their largest solar panels. It's like a $5,200 package right there. And, of course, you guys are getting a $1,000 solar panel with, of course, this system. So, 5,000 plus, guys, is an amazing piece. Yeah, I that's what I told her. But Fernando works for Jackery, so he can kind of answer that as well. But yeah, unfortunately, it only works that way. But they do have a manual transfer switch. So you can get the manual transfer switch, which is like your electric circuit breaker box that's going to connect up to the NEMA plug on the front of the 2000 plus or 4000 kit, which also works with the 3000 Pro. Now we're going to start showing you guys solar panels, and we're going to start off with the 100. Now, I showed you guys the 100 watt Solar Saga solar panel a couple little times, but you guys were just getting glimpses. This is the 100 watt panel. Now it's got riveted on pieces. It's got, of course, this riveted on handle that's fabric. It's got snap rings and, of course, this connected leg. This stand sits at a 20 to 25 degree angle, so you guys get the perfect angle of usability with this. IP68 rating. Now that means it's fully waterproof, water resistant for harsh and wet weather. It can be left outside in the snow or your Arizona heat. Now it has, of course, snap rings that holds it together and another kickstand. Now this is a bi-directional charging solar panel, which means it gets a charge from both sides. The blue side is a reflective light charging panel. The other side that we're about to show you is the monocrystalline solar cell black side that's going to get the max of that charge rate. And you guys can see how long this is. This is a large panel. Now this large panel is actually quite lightweight. It's less than, I think it's like less than 10 pounds. You guys could take this pretty much anywhere. Now remember, to get that 25% efficiency even in low light settings, it has to be at a 25 degree angle. At 25 degrees, it's getting that reflective light charging. If it's a high light day like sun, like it's right now outside, you're going to get the full 100 watts of charging at 18 volts to charge all these systems. This will work with the 100 plus all the way up. This will work on any system if you want. Comes with the 10-foot cable. It comes with the 8020 and 7909 adapter that will connect up to it and allow you to charge with all of those pieces. Now, $300 is the normal price tag for this 100-watt panel. It is $299. So $299 is what you guys are going to pay for this. Or $299 was what you're going to pay. $299 is what you're going to pay. If you want a larger panel, though, we have the 200-watt panel. Now, the 200-watt panel comes with the 4000 kit. It comes with the 3000 Pros and a few of the other kits that we were showing you, like the 1000 V2 and 2000 V2. With that, I have a little video over here. Let's actually grab this and let's play this. This is that panel. Now, the 200-watt panel is normally a $700 price tag. You're getting it today for $379. That's a 46% savings. With that savings, you're getting, of course, the carrying case, 10-foot cable, and a 21-pound solar panel. Don't let it scare you. It's not as bad as you think. You should be able to have this up and set up in under 10 seconds. It has 3 kickstands. It's a trifold design, but it is a quad panel. Now, this 200-watt panel is very, very large. It's going to do well for like the 1000 V2s, the 2000 V2s, the 1500s, the 2000s, and 3000, and the 5000. If you want to hook it up to the 5000, it can connect to it. It comes with the cable, 10-foot cable, with the adapters, the 8020 and 7909, which is great. Connecting it up and going is phenomenal. It, of course, is IP68 rated. Fully waterproof, water resistant. Can be left out in a snowstorm. Can be left out in a dust storm. Take your hose to it, wash it off. Leave it out in the rain. Just tie it down, though. I do recommend tying these down. They have rings pressed into these panels for a reason. Tie them down, protect it. $379. It's a great little option if you guys need a panel of this size. Right there is a perfect little idea. Now, we were talking about, of course, their smallest panel, which is the Mini 40. This, again, is a 2.5-pound solar panel. This 2.5-pound solar panel is $79. It's normally $129. At $79, you have a great little piece that's going to, of course, allow you to unfold and charge at 40 watts of charge rate with the monocrystalline solar cells. Because it's so lightweight, anybody can carry this. I mean, honestly, anybody, including your 2-year-old child, should be able to carry this. Let's be honest, they have a grip strength of, you know what, when they're grabbing, of course, gummies, candies, and stuff that they're not supposed to have. 12 inches tall, 10 inches wide, half-inch thick at its thickest point. At a half-inch thick, you guys can actually put this in your backpack without even realizing it's in there because it's so lightweight. It's the size of a 3-ring binder. Again, the IP68 rating means it can be left outside in the rain and, of course, not damage it. And that's the cool part about it. It does come with, of course, the cable. The cable is going to have the 8020 plug with it and the 7909 plug. It's a standard plug that they send with their systems. But If you're using it on the smaller stations, it's going to use the 7909. The 7909 or USB-C port for some of the newer ones. And that's going to, of course, have the adapter for it. Great little option. It's $79 if you need. Mini 40, phenomenal piece. For those of you that want the DIY experience, now that means, of course, a system that's going to work well. This is $194. This is the 100 Prime. Now, the 100 Prime is going to come with Z brackets, self-tapping screws, nuts and bolts to mount the system down. It is a fully tempered glass panel. So you have fully tempered glass panel, and it is glass, so it does not fold up, so do be careful with it. Metal framing all the way around, bifacial charging, so it charges from both sides. Can be used into -4-degree weather or all the way up to about 100 plus degree weather as well. Has a permanently attached 10-foot cable. The 10-foot cable has an Anderson clip. This is going to allow you to Y-split it to extra panels, or it's going to allow you to connect up the 8020 or 7909 plug. This plug will connect into that and allow you to connect it. On the back is the metal housing all the way around, pre-drilled self-tapped holes to connect up the Z brackets. Now remember, it is, of course, bi-directional charging. So bi-directional means it can actually charge from reflective light. This backside, to get that, has to be at a 25-degree angle. In low light settings, it's going to give you 25% efficiency even in overcast skies. At 100% brightness, guys, you're going to get the 100% charge with this. The cool part about it, if you want to, you guys can lay it flat and use it on the top of your RV, your motorhomes, your sheds, your houses, whatever you want. This is a full glass panel, and at a crazy price point. Under $200 is that price point for that. So that is a beautiful 100-watt Solar Saga panel. Now that is the Prime panel though. So with that, we have all of those beautiful stations, guys, tonight on hand. Amazing products, great discounts. We have that 7% discount code. If you guys spend over $2,000, get that 7% discount. It's going to save you guys a few bucks, which is great. So any questions about any of the systems that we were talking about, please ask now because, well, that's the last I have to show you tonight. I will mention we will be back here Tuesday all the way through the week. So we're going to be here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with a bunch more Jackery Prime shows. Those show times will vary. I believe Tuesday is going to be 11 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. For those of you that want to pop around for that. And then, of course, the night shows will be like we are now. All right, I want to thank everybody for being here. Now, remember, for the ones of you that are buying the 1000 V2 or the 2000 V2, that free gift of the E290 is out there for that. We also have all of those beautiful discount codes. I want to thank everybody for being here. If you haven't, hit the follow button. Hit that live notification button. You will know when we go live around here. We will. No, tomorrow I will not be here. Tomorrow I will be here Tuesday, Trevor. So Tuesday morning I will be on here, Trevor. Yeah, no show Monday, just Tuesday. Tuesday on. Monday will be my break. My break before the madness. The madness, I tell you. Fernando, thank you for posting those. Fernando is posting all of these discounts for you guys live as you guys can see it. Thank you, Fernando. All right, guys, with that, I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us this beautiful Sunday night. We will see you guys Tuesday morning with our next show. Have a good one, everybody. See you on the next.